Please adhere to YouTube's selected guidelines before viewing the content of this video. I do not encourage or condone any products, actions, or behaviors shown in this video. All videos are produced in a safe, professional, and controlled environment. Please do not attempt to replicate any actions performed during the video. All actions are performed by professionals.
Alrighty, so today I'm going to be smoking a cigarette in a designated smoking area in the United States, which I will admit I am quite excited to do. Because I have never smoked a cigarette in a designated smoking area outside of an airport in the United States before. I have previously smoked a cigarette in a designated smoking area in the United States before, but it was at an airport. And I've never actually smoked a cigarette at a designated smoking area that has signage saying that it is a designated smoking area in the United States outside of an airport before. Never done that before, from what I remember at least. I'm sure more than just where I'm going to be smoking today do exist, but I certainly am quite excited to, well, smoke a cigarette at a designated area outside of an airport in the United States for the first time in today's video, quite possibly. And I certainly am just quite excited to enjoy a little bit of a smoke with y'all today as well. Now, designated smoking areas in the United States are much more uncommon than not. They are not common by any means. Like, let's say with like Japan, for example, designated smoking areas are everywhere because it's socially unacceptable and in some areas illegal to smoke on the street outside of a designated smoking area. However, in the United States, no matter where you are, as long as you're not inside and you're not in an airport, people don't care. People don't care one bit. And that's one of the things I love about the United States, I ain't gonna lie, y'all. But for some reason, at this park I'm at right now, where nobody cares about where they smoke, there's still a designated smoking area that has signage saying that it's a designated smoking area. I don't think many people actually smoke there, I will admit, but nonetheless, it does exist. And so that's exactly where I'm going to be smoking today. Of course, I'm not there right now. I'm sitting in my Mercedes at the moment, my 1985 Mercedes-Benz 300D turbo diesel sedan. So I do suppose I should probably go over to the designated smoking area, and I do suppose I should probably get to smoking now, shouldn't I? So I do suppose, without further ado, I should probably grab my water bottle that I have right here. Grab my water bottle, go ahead and shove it in my pocket if I possibly can. And now I do suppose I should go ahead and pop my door open and go ahead and walk over to the designated smoking area after I lock my door up and everything like that kind of thing. Not showing you guys my keys, that is for sure. Not showing you guys my keys because I ain't having none of y'all make a copy of my key and then break into my car, nothing like that kind of thing. That is for sure. That's not happening. Put my keys back in my pocket so y'all can't see them, you know what I'm saying? I know what y'all be up to, you know what I'm saying? I know what y'all be up to, but now that I'm out of my car, let's just go ahead and make sure everything's all locked up and everything like that kind of thing. Check the other side's locks as well. They look good to me. They look like they're down enough to be considered as locked. So I do suppose without further ado, let's go ahead and walk over to the designated smoking area, which is just right around this corner over here. There's my car though. I love my car. It's so nice, y'all. It's so nice. I'm such a huge fan of it. Every time I show it off on video, I gotta be like, yo, I love my car, because I do. I walk away from my car, and I take two looks back. Because it's just, I love it. I love it. I've owned it for over 6 months now, and I still be doing that every single time I park it. I take two looks back, and it's totally worth it every single time. So, we are now approaching the designated smoking area. It is just right behind these dumpsters. I'm gonna go up this way, actually, I do think. I'm gonna avoid all the anthills over here, though. And there it is, y'all. It is like the saddest designated smoking area ever. But, as we will see in just a moment, it does indeed have signage that says designated smoking area. This is a designated smoking area. It says it on the signs. This is indeed a designated smoking area. It's so sad. It's just a bench with like a little ashtray for your butts right there. It's like the saddest designated smoking area of all time. But nonetheless, today I'm gonna be smoking here. Well, today, I do suppose, let's go ahead and get my cigarettes out of my pocket. Now that I have my cigarettes out of my pocket, I'm gonna go ahead and zip my pocket back up, and I'm gonna go ahead and sit down and just try to put my phone up just a little bit, if I can. Just point that up just a little bit, just like that kind of thing. Hopefully y'all can see me. Today I'm gonna be smoking a Nat Sherman MCD Gold cigarette, and I do suppose without further ado, I should probably go ahead and get one out, and I should probably go ahead and get to smoking now, shouldn't I? So now I have it out, I'm gonna go and put my back in my pocket. And now that I have done that, let's go ahead Put my lighter out of my pocket as well. And now, let's go ahead and get smoking, y'all. Yes, sir, yes, sir. You know what I'm saying? It's Sunday today, so the church bells certainly are quite loud. There's like one of the largest cathedrals in my state, just like a block and a half over, I definitely have to say. So the church bells are quite loud on Sundays, that is for sure. Right off the bat though, this cigarette, pretty scrumptious. I don't think it's being made any more scrumptious by smoking in a designated smoking area, but I very well could be wrong in all honesty. It would not surprise me if I am wrong. I'm gonna go ahead and pick up my phone once again. I'm gonna go ahead and kind of fix it. Ooh, just like that kind of thing. Just hold it a little bit. But how has this experience where I'm smoking a cigarette in a designated smoking area in the United States, how has this experience been so far? Overall, not too bad. The bench, it's not like the comfiest by any means kind of thing. The boards, they kind of wiggle around and whatnot kind of thing, as you guys can see. But it's not too bad, you know what I'm saying? It's not too bad. It's not a bad bench. It's not my personal preference, I will admit. It definitely could use, I think, like one more line of boards, and then it would be like just about perfect. And maybe like a table with like an ashtray on top, and then maybe like some cones going around it to really certify that this is a designated smoking area kind of thing. But nonetheless, it's still good enough for me, you know what I'm saying? I'll take what I can get when it comes to designated smoking areas. I just find it so funny though that the park I'm at right now actually has a designated smoking area. I think it's just because people work in the building that's behind me, and so I don't think this designated smoking area is for the park itself. I think it's literally just for the employees in this building. But nonetheless, I just find it so amusing because, like, a lot of the people I've noticed who work at this park who smoke, just like me, they don't care where they smoke in the park kind of thing. I don't care where I smoke in this park kind of thing. And they don't care either kind of thing, which is so amusing. It's so amusing. Even the city employees do not care where they smoke in the park. And you may or may not be supposed to be able to smoke where you're supposed to, where I'm getting more jumbled up. You may or may not be supposed to smoke anywhere you want to in the park. You may or may not be able to kind of thing. I'm not going to say one way or the other. I'm not going to incriminate myself on video by any means. But I will admit, one good thing about this smoke spot, though, is the absolutely beautiful view you get. Look at this beautiful view, y'all. Absolutely gorgeous view. There's a very nice little historic house over there with a car backing up. There's a giant grass sofa over there. There's a cathedral over there. A little bit of a forest over here. There used to be an amazing tree house in this forest till the city tore it down. There's a very nice no parking sign right there. And then we can see a little bit of a tree line in the distance right there, but a beautiful field right out front, and a little bit of a skyline over there as well, some dumpsters. Oh man, it's a beautiful view, y'all. It's a beautiful view, and that really is, I'd have to say, probably the best thing about this designated smoking area, that is for sure. It's not really the most comfy. There's no ashtray for me to actually ash my cigarette, and I'm like, I could use this technically speaking, but I don't know. This is just kind of a cigarette butt receptacle. It's not really actually an ashtray, I'd say. I don't really think they care if I ash on the ground anyway. Not that they really care to begin with, because nobody actually smokes in this designated smoking area. So but yeah, no, it's so odd. Like, outside of airports, like, I mean, like, in the United States, it's very much socially, culturally, and legally acceptable to literally smoke wherever you want kind of thing, which is something I love about the United States. Unless you're at an airport, that's one exception. Or at, like, a federal government facility, sometimes they're really icky about that kind of thing. But 99% of the time, you can smoke wherever you want kind of thing. But I am still kind of surprised I don't see more designated smoking areas. Like, I see areas that have like ashtrays like this and everything like that kind of thing. So obviously it's just kind of like the smoke spot for like that area, but they don't ever have any signage that actually says designated smoking area like you would see in, like, let's say Japan or something like that kind of thing. It really is quite interesting, if I do say so myself, and I'm surprised I don't see more designated smoking areas. Not that I'm really complaining though, because if I did see more designated smoking areas, it would probably be a sign that there's a push to try to get people to stop smoking wherever the hell they want. And that wouldn't be very good, because I like to smoke wherever the hell I want, I will admit. This Nat Sherman MCD Gold cigarette though, it is pretty good. It is pretty good. I really cannot complain. Man, oh man. It's a beautiful day, y'all. Beautiful day. A little bit chilly today. It's about 60 degrees right now. I've got an extra jacket on. I honestly don't need my extra jacket, but it's making me just a little bit warmer than not. So I certainly can't complain, that is for sure. Having a great day though. Having a great day. It's a fun time, you know what I'm saying? It's a fun time, and I'm just chilling. Just enjoying the view. Just enjoying my smoke. Enjoying the noise of the AC unit fan in the background. Hope y'all are enjoying that noise as well, you know what I'm saying? I think I'm gonna stand up real quick. Kind of just walk around the designated smoking area for just a minute, see if there's anything else. So we can see just the 2 signs, designated smoking area, and then we can just see the bench right there. This looks like it's so odd. Like if this had a table, I would assume that this was like a handicap bench, because there's like nothing right here kind of thing, and that's like low-key kind of how handicap benches are, but like there's no table, which is really odd. Well, maybe this is meant to like fold back. Oh, that's exactly what this is meant. How can I get this to fold back? This is meant to... No, it's... Is it? Is it meant to fold back? Is that why? Is that why this is... Hold up. This might be a better smoking area than I thought. Wait a minute. Wait, what? Is this supposed to be a bench? I'm having a revelation right now. I thought that this was... I've been driving past this designated smoking area, no joke, for like the last 6 years. Never smoked here before, but I've been driving past it. I've been walking past it for like the last 6 years now. I've walked on both sides of it before, just taking a look. And is this supposed to... Oh my God. It's a transformer smoking area. Oh my God, let's see if I can get the table flat. What? Oh, okay, I think that's the best it's gonna get. This is... Oh man, this is sick. It's not very... it kind of like... This like, at the slightest touch just folds back down like that, but... You can totally sit it like this. Oh, this is dope. Well, that explains it. That explains it. That's why the bench cuts off like that. Because this is literally a handicap picnic table. Okay, this is actually a really badass smoking... This is a badass designated smoking area, I'm gonna let, like... It's a transformer. What other designated smoking areas can you say have a transforming bench that goes from being a normal bench with a back to having a table? Not a very good table, but a table nonetheless. Okay. I've kind of at a loss for words. This is so sick. This is dope. This is so sick. Like what? Like what? This is... I'm thinking I might have to smoke here again. I'm thinking I might have to. I mean, like, I wouldn't actually want to, like, sit down here and, like, record a video, I will admit, and, like, use the bench as, like, a place to put my camera, because knowing myself, I'd probably accidentally flip it over, like, halfway through the video, and my camera would go flying on the ground and crack and die. But I think just when I'm not recording, I might have to smoke here again. Because, I mean, like, this is actually, now that you can actually, since you can actually turn it into a bench, this is so much, this has gone from being like, out of all the smoking areas I've ever smoked at around the world, most of which, 90%, 95% of which are in Japan. And they have some pretty damn nice smoking areas in Japan. Like, I've smoked at one with, like, sofas and stuff. Like, no joke, actual sofas. Like, luxury sofas. It was in the middle of, like, a luxury mall. It was so nice. But this is still pretty dang good. I mean, like, I wouldn't say it's top tier, but it's gone from below average to now above average just because it's a transformer. Even the luxury smoking areas I smoked at in Japan weren't transformers. What? This is amazing. This is so good. This is so good. I love it. I love it. Oh man. It's so sick. I'm actually gonna put the bench the way back it was because it's actually it's not super, this is definitely still not a very good bench. I'm gonna put it back the way it was. There we go, just like that. Did I get a splinter? I did not. It's definitely, I would have to say, better just as a normal bench, that's for sure, but it's not too bad as a table. I'm like, what other smoking areas can you say are a transformer? That's dope as hell. That's dope as hell, y'all. Dang. What? A transformer bench. Smoking area. That's sick as hell. That's sick as hell, I ain't gonna lie, y'all. I think my cigarette is just about done. Oh, yep, and the rest of the ash just fell out, so yep, I am literally done. There is nothing more left. Gonna go and just stub my cigarette butt out on the ground. And of course, I gotta put it in the cigarette receptacle, which is probably the most used area of the smoking area. I seriously doubt anybody actually sits here and smokes, but I bet lots of people just put their cigarette butts in the cigarette receptacle, especially because of all of the ash right here. You can tell from people stubbing everything out and everything like that kind of thing. But, well, how has this experience been where I smoked a cigarette in a designated smoking area in the United States? Man, that has been pretty good. This has been a pretty good experience. I mean, like, if you had asked me how good this experience was, like, 10 minutes ago, before I realized that this bench was a transformer, I'd have been like, yeah, it was okay, kind of thing. I'm like, this guy got a good view. Feels pretty nice out here. This is a good experience, kind of thing. But the fact that this bench... is a transformer. The fact that this bench is a transformer has just elevated this experience from being like, oh yeah, no, it's pretty good, to being, whoa, this is like life-changing kind of thing. This is like a life-changing experience kind of thing, that is for sure. 100%. Well, I certainly can't complain. I certainly can't complain, y'all. This has been a pretty good experience. Let me know in the comments down below. Do designated smoking areas like this one that actually have signage up saying that it's a designated smoking area exist in your local area, no matter which country you live in around the world, no matter where you live? Do they exist in your area? This is the only one I've seen in my area. I'm sure more do exist, but this is the only one I've seen. This is the only designated smoking area I've seen with signage saying that it is a designated smoking area in my local area. Besides, actually, at my local airport. Besides at my local airport. Because they do have one too. But other than that, and other than this, I've never seen one in my local area that actually has signage up saying that it's a designated smoking area. There's areas that are obviously smoking areas because there's an ashtray or a cigarette receptacle there, but they almost never have signage up. So you couldn't really say that it's a designated smoking area per se. It's just an area with an ashtray that you can smoke at if you so desire. Yeah. Let me know in the comments down below. Does stuff like this exist near you? I'm curious to find out. How's this experience been? It's been a good experience. I certainly hope you guys have enjoyed watching this video. If you guys have enjoyed watching this video where I, well, smoked a cigarette in a designated smoking area in the United States, of course, please make sure to all like and subscribe for more content. I have my Instagram, my book, my merch, my P.O. box, and my second channel all in the description down below. Go check it all out. Thank you so much for watching, y'all. Till the next one, stay safe and peace and have a great one. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You know what I'm saying?